Hello, everyone. This is your coronavirus update in the Chicagoland area. Now we talk to Tom Hemmel.
Hello, Writing and Reporting One. I'm Tom Hamill, and I hope you are all staying safe today during these tough times. In Naperville, COVID-19 reported cases and death tolls have gone up in Naperville, which resulted in Governor of Illinois, J.B. Pritzker, to issue a state order requiring that if people can't adapt to social distancing, they have to wear a surgical mask. The same has gone for stores such as Costco, Jewel Osco, and Walgreens to require the customers to wear essentials such as face masks and gloves in order to enter the store. If they prevent doing so, they will be asked to leave. This rule has resulted in some people who are protesting against the safety guidelines of Illinois, with several Illinois residents demanding the state reopen some of its non-essential businesses despite the reported cases and death toll rising. A big shout out goes to Writing and Reporting One this semester. I thank you for a great semester. Now, let's go over to our correspondent, Kelsey Peacock, with more on COVID-19. Kelsey?
The first thing that I do every single time I get home, whether it's from work or just being out in public, and then before school went online every day, I would also do this when I got home from school. I would wash my hands for at least 20 seconds. This is something I've always done even before this whole pandemic started. I just always feel really gross when I get home from school and from work. I feel like my hands are always dirty, so that's one of the very first things I always and will probably always do when I get home from being out in public. Some other things that I have and my family have been doing to stay safe is my mom's made homemade hand sanitizer because it's very difficult to find hand sanitizer in the stores right now. I also am an avid shopper at Bath and Body Works, and so they have their little Bath and Body Works sanitizers that they have. So they often will have these little sales where it's like 5 for $6. I don't know how often they have these sales, but I went a few months ago and they had that sale and I stocked up, which is really fitting for what's going on right now. And then another thing that we do is we'll wipe down counters and our table and stuff. We have some leftover N95 masks that my father had when he was doing work in our attic. He was doing insulation work. We have some old masks he also found last week while cleaning out our garage. These are really old. They're from a store called Builder Square that is no longer in they're no longer around. And so we will often wipe down our tables and our door handles and sinks and such. And then we will, I like to make sure that I wipe my phone down with a Clorox wipe when I get home from being out in public. I don't think these are the best to wipe down on your phones, but my phone's on the older side, so I genuinely am not too worried about damaging my phone because it's already fairly damaged. I already had the screen replaced once after I cracked it. So those are some of the things I've been doing, staying safe from the coronavirus and trying to limit my chances of getting it and my chances of spreading it.
From there, we now talk to Anna Sig.
Hi, this is Anna Sig reporting from my house again. This is some ways that I stay safe during this whole pandemic. So one thing that I like to do is, I'm in my garage right now to show you that after I go grocery shopping, I'm the one who does the grocery shopping now for my parents because they're both technically at risk. So I'm the one who goes out to Walmart and does the shopping. And when I get home, I grab some of these bags that have been at home for this whole time. And so they're clean technically. So I take them, go over here to this nice table in my garage, and then I take all of the groceries out of the back of my car right here. I pull it up as close as I can, take out the groceries, put them on this table. Then I take this Lysol that we got before the pandemic because now we can't get any. So we take this and then we spray either a paper towel or like a little rag, and then we spray the rag and then we wipe down all of the groceries and then we put them in these clean bags and then take them into our house over there. So that's just one thing we like to do. And then of course we wipe down the table afterwards. And then what I do after that is I have a towel in here and I just peel all the dirty stuff off and walk in my house in my little towel, and then I take a shower just right away. And then I spray down my phone, spray down the credit card I used, my wallet, and my keys. And of course, throughout all of this, I use these gloves, which we also had before the pandemic. And my mask is over here, right here. And this is like my wallet and all the stuff that I have to take in my car that I just leave outside because I don't even want to bring it in the house after it's been in Walmart and I've touched it. And yeah, so when I'm in Walmart, I wear the mask and the gloves. And then when I get home, I put on new gloves and I usually take off the mask because at that point, it doesn't really matter. So that is one thing that me and my family do to be safe during the pandemic. Thanks for watching.
I have a sister who has disabilities, so everybody's staying home here because we don't want to risk her getting the coronavirus because we don't know how that's going to affect her. So today we're just going to kind of talk about how this family's been staying safe, and I got one word for you: Lysol. We disinfect our house almost every day, and we've been ordering out some food every now and then, trying to support local businesses. And when we do, we always make sure spray down the bag because we just don't want to risk it. And yeah, so almost every day we're wiping down stuff, we're cleaning floors, just trying to stay as clean and disinfected as possible. And then also, my mom's had to make a few grocery trips, but when she does, she always wears her mask, and then we always have a giant bag of gloves for like when we go out. And we also use this like when we pick up food and everything that's been delivered to our house. And then for a while we didn't think we were gonna have this toilet paper, but about 2 weeks ago, I'd say, we got a huge package of toilet paper, probably like 36 rolls, so I can say that we're going to be okay now. So yeah, again, hope you're staying safe. That's kind of how we're staying safe, just disinfecting everything, taking every precaution possible, and I'll see you soon.
Now we talk to Sam Stevenson.
Lisle Police Department is excited to announce 2 recent promotions within their ranks, announcing Sergeant Mark Luitz taking the oath of office as Deputy Chief of Operations, while Officer Dan Taylor is taking the oath of office as Sergeant. Luitz is a 28-year-old veteran of the department. He's helped lead several high-profile investigations in recent months for the Lisle Police Department. Meanwhile, Taylor is a 14-year veteran and is considered a well-known team player. He is a well-valued member of the Lisle community as well.
After that, we have Haley De Silva.
According to a report from ABC News early this morning, Tokyo is dismissing rumors of canceling the 2020 Olympic Games, which they are set to host in July, due to the spread of the ongoing coronavirus. These rumors began after a meeting about the virus between the International Olympic Committee and the World Health Organization, which has left many to wonder if there was a chance the coronavirus, which has already claimed the lives of 200 Chinese citizens, would affect the 2020 Games. However, Japanese officials report that there have been no deaths due to the virus in the country so far. Additionally, a representative for the Olympic Committee shared that it is a normal practice for the IOC to collaborate with all the main UN agencies as necessary in the lead up to the Games. But both Japan and the committee went on to say that there may be extra screening and possible rescheduling for Chinese athletes competing in the Games. They also urge all Japanese citizens to steer clear of traveling to China, at least in the coming weeks.
Up next, Jayla Smith.
More U.S. troops have been diagnosed with brain injury from the Iranian missile attack. 64 U.S. service members in total have all been diagnosed Thursday with mild traumatic brain injury. The troops were diagnosed by the Defense Department after the January 8th Iranian ballistic missile attack on 2 U.S. bases housed in Iraq. Traumatic brain injury, or TBI, is an injury that causes multiple defects, such as memory loss, depression, and concussions. The president has since made a statement last week regarding troops. I heard they had headaches, and that I don't consider them very serious injuries relative to other injuries that I have seen. 21 service members have been transported to Germany for further treatment and evaluation for TBI. More than half have been returned to duty.
From there, Shankira Wilson.
For decades, the FBI has helped authorities catch criminals and solve cases. But what happens when a suspect goes on the run? Former FBI agent Ross Rice goes inside the FBI to give us the answers. Arnaldo Jimenez, a suspect in the brutal 2012 murder of his new bride, Estrella Carrera, has made the latest addition to the FBI's most wanted fugitives list. However, Ross Rice, former FBI agent, explains why there are still challenges finding suspects even after they have made the list.
Now, because it was a murder is not a violation of federal law that the FBI has jurisdiction over. It's a state crime. I believe it was the Burbank or the Bridgeview Police Department were investigating that case. They identified him as a suspect.
Next up is George Brew.
So I'm doing a case on two people that were arrested in Rockford last week. They found 10 handguns, 100 grams of crack, 90 grams of heroin, and then 4.5 kilos of marijuana. With the marijuana, I know it's still federally illegal and everything like that, and it was way over the 30 grams of legalization, but with all those marijuana cases that the FBI might be investigating, have they kind of put those kind of towards the bottom of important investigations, or are they still using them to find the bigger drugs like the cocaine, like this instance where they had more than just the marijuana?
Well, this is a situation where knowing and understanding the federal and state judicial system is really important.
And from there, we ended with Jordan Haig.
Todd and Priscilla Oshlewski were arrested in Florida late last year for an outstanding warrant that came out of DuPage County. Wheaton police had initially arrested the couple in May of 2019 after an investigation into their nonprofit organization, the Veterans Christian Network. Wheaton police had launched the investigation after receiving complaints about intimidation and other, quote, aggressive soliciting tactics. The Oshlewskis were both charged with felony count of misuse of charitable funds, allegedly using at least $100,000 of the charity's money for personal use such as rent, veterinary bills, and car payments.
And that is your coronavirus update. I wish everyone a pleasant week and to stay healthy.